So J.J. Watt has announced that he's retiring, and that this will be his last season in the NFL. I'm not sure how you guys took the news or how you read it. It initially sounded like to me he was retiring immediately, which was pretty unbelievable because he's been on a tear. He had three sacks against Denver, I think, in Week 15. I think he had three quarterback hits or quarterback pressures this past week against Tampa Bay. His level of play for a 33-year-old guy, I think, has been quite impressive because of the array of moves that he's still capable of showing. He's got 9.5 sacks at age 33, 21 quarterback hits in 14 games played. He's really been just as balanced as ever with his pass rush moves. You'll see some bull rush moves. You'll see some swims, some rips. I really like the second and third efforts that he's able to put on display here. The size and the length and the burst at the end of plays, despite contact, despite someone grabbing a hold of him, certainly doesn't look like a guy who's ready to retire. I would say that his awareness level is one that has always been incredibly high in the NFL, and there's a couple of plays in here in this clip that I think kind of illustrate how high his awareness level really is, and how incredible his film study must be for him to recognize things pre-snap. All of the physical abilities are there, and then these types of plays I often think are situations where J.J. Watt has done film study and understands something, whether it's something with the stance here, something with the formation, maybe it's the tight alignment of these two receivers here. But watch what he does when he gets these zone steps to this side by the offensive lineman. He should not react this way. This is not what he should be doing. When I use the word should, I mean in terms of him reacting to the block. If you're reacting to these blocks going this way, it could be a run concept. So you want to try to stay in between these two players in the gap that you lined up in, which was initially in the B gap. But and this, he's done this consistently throughout his career. Swim back in the opposite direction because I mean, I guess some would say he's guessing that it's going to be the play action. I don't think so. I think he sees something in stances in the offensive line, maybe in the cadence of the quarterback, and he does this stuff consistently. I haven't been blessed enough to be able to watch that much film of his historic seasons from like 2012 to 2018. This is really the only end zone angle film that I've kind of studied of J.J. Watt, and I really just did this, once I saw that he had announced his retirement or announced that it was his final home game in the NFL. Another situation where he ends up swimming to the outside, and there's really no reason, there's no visual key to tell him to do this. I think his film study, his awareness level, or possibly there's other players that are communicating to each other, but he's a truly unique player. Kind of unbelievable the amount of talent and NFL production that came out of that household. And T.J. Watt, as Ravens fans, we know how incredibly devastating he is because we have to deal with him twice a year. J.J. Watt looks like the same type of guy, except he's 6'5", 330 pounds, and has a motor that puts him on either side of the ball. It's not like T.J. Watt. You always know he's going to be over here. J.J. Watt lines up everywhere. Three technique. Sometimes he lines up at nose tackle, edge rusher, and he's perfectly capable of beating guards, centers, tackles, even when he's chipped. Truly a unique player. I think it won't be long before in the 2023 season before there'll be speculation that he's going to come out of retirement or that teams are trying to lure him out, just like Andrew Whitworth, where the Rams and apparently the Bengals have tried to reach out and coax him to come out of retirement. I don't see any reason why that doesn't happen next year with J.J. Watt because he's clearly still capable of winning a lot of matchups and making plays in the backfield, running down and sacking quarterbacks. Elite player, whether he's a Hall of Fame guy with the number of injuries that he suffered in his career, I have no idea. All I know is that at age 33, he's still able to be physically dominant on plays like that and is a unique talent. I certainly wouldn't want to have to try to play against that guy or coach against him or game plan against him because it looks like J.J. Watt is just as capable right now of dominating for stretches of games or even entire games. Like I said, he had 3 sacks against Denver in Week 15. He had 2 sacks against the Vikings, one of the best teams in the NFL, and you saw one of them there. He's had a game this year where he had 5 quarterback hits and a game this year where he had 4. Truly a unique talent, one of the best players in the NFL for a long time. Let me know what you think of J.J. Watt's play, what you thought of the announcement that he was going to retire, and if you think it won't be long before multiple NFL teams call and try to convince him to come out of retirement in 2023.